Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's my first time at the helm, as I'm sure you'll be aware. We might be joined by Andrew or some of the others in a voice-only capacity. Tonight, we're going back to a game that I first played rather before Damien was even born. Matter of fact, I was only 9 when this game came out. We're going to play a game from 1992, actually just called EGA Trek. So let's run it. That's totally not the Enterprise, but it originally was. The first version I played back in the day, that was the Enterprise and a Klingon battlecruiser, and everything was exactly Star Trek. I'm guessing sometime between Revision 1 and Revision 3, someone from Paramount probably saw the game and sent a cease and desist letter to Mr. Anderson. So yes, it was the Enterprise NCC 1701. It's not been that long since I've played it. In fact, it's been about 15 minutes, but for everyone else's benefit, I will say yes to the briefing. So, been given command, new heavy research Federation Starship Enterprise, or Lexington in this case, staffed with its full complement of 387 enlisted crew and 43 officers, conveniently totaling 430, just like the Enterprise. Spock here has prepared several briefings, including an intelligence report on the current state of affairs, introduction to Constitution-class starships, and the commands at my disposal. So, the Klingon Empire has declared war on the Federation. Romulans have joined the hostilities in some areas, but should be avoided if possible. Yeah, torpedoes don't work on the Romulans. As a result, the Klingon invasion fleet and scattered Romulan ships are now present in part of Federation territory. Your mission as commander of the Lexington is to secure a 64, it says quadrant, but quadrant means there are only 4 of them, so I tend to think of it as sectors and subsectors usually is what I go for. I have to defend this 64 sector region from the Klingons. Might also be called on to make rescues, but remember our primary objective is to eliminate the Klingons. They're known to be present in this area, but exact locations are unknown at this time. We'll be required to scan for them as we move through the galaxy. It's more like the region. Several starbases are available in this area, but cannot give you their exact location as they are presently still being positioned. They'll be positioned randomly, just like everything else when I start the game. So, here we are. It's all just nerd data. I think a lot of it in the original version was taken straight out of things that were actually said in Star Trek, so I don't know how much of that is accurate now. Oh, navigation. A lot of these commands that it gives, there are actually shortcuts. Dock, you can see. Move is F4. A lot easier. Cruising speed up to warp 6, warp 8 in emergency. I've gotten it a bit faster than that. I've done 9.9 in this ship. Yeah, so it does the X and Y coordinate system, but it's got it backwards. So you have your X coordinate running from 1 at the top down to 8 at the bottom along the left hand side. Then along the top you have 1 to 8, running from left to right, and you want to go to the top right, put in 1 8. It's a little bit odd in terms of how most mathsy people would look at it, but it's what it is. So warp. Actually, I found a cheat for this at some point a long time ago. To set a warp factor, you type W and then the number, which can include a decimal point. Energy, or one of the function keys. I've mostly just hit E on the keyboard. Basically lets you transfer energy between two systems. I don't remember actually using that repair command. Yes. I don't use that one very often, I just go into fix all the time, or just press F and hit return. Phasers, or F2, basically they pick targets in whatever order they feel like, and that order is consistent from one round of fire to the next, and you put in how much phaser energy you want to fire. You have to be careful of not overheating. Torpedoes, or F3, fire up to 3 at a time, basically. The ship only carries 9, though. It's none of this Voyager stuff. Infinite torpedoes, unless you're connected to a starbase. In case you can just hit and D. Or a supply depot, I suppose, but they don't protect you with their shields. Right. Shup and Stin for shields up and shields down. Or you can cheat and press the up arrow and the down arrow. Scanners. Yes. So normally the long range sensor will display a chart of the information that you have gathered basically on the entire set of sectors. That is well, that long range scan command, you don't have to do it, just automatically updates it every time anything changes, every time you move, or time the number of Klingons anywhere changes, automatically runs a new scan. And chart, that's basically the two are kind of tied together now. It normally displays the chart with a new scan in it. Here we are. So there's the short range. That long range scan is never how it looks. Yes, you can see that's altered the image, but the one in the top left is basically the Enterprise. Then you have a star. On D7 battle cruiser. You actually get other types. You'll get various, they all have the same icon, just in different colours, but in the higher difficulties you get quite a few types. There's a Klingon base and then a Federation base, and you get several types of planets. Then Nova and a Romulan ship. For the long range scanner, yeah, basically, first number is how many Klingons there are specifically sector. Then it's if there's a starbase, what type, and how many stars. So 1 is a starbase, 2 is a research station that has no significant offensive capabilities, you can't be protected by its shields, you can't get anything from it. and through the supply depot, which won't recharge your energy in any way. It'll give you more torpedoes. So yeah, you'll see me quite often hitting like A1, A2, A3 to acknowledge the messages that come up on the right hand side, just because it would get a little bit, it can become confusing if there are messages from sectors ago still sitting there about the warp drive failing or things like that. Probably won't see me typing quit or self, that's the self-destruct. And hail, basically, if there's a starbase within, I think it's about 5 sectors, they'll respond to you at some point, but not right away. Yes, it's orbit or just O to orbit around the planet, land or L to beam down or take shuttles or, you know, and use, can probably also type U, but I always type use. Basically anything you've found on a planet, like dilithium or things that you've stolen from a Klingon supply depot, to use whenever you need it. There we are. So I never save any games actually, so oh. My name is Jalnor. And we're going to start at level 3, which is Captain. Go with server name. There we are. So for a change, it's not actually spawned me with Klingons in the sector. But I do know where a starbase is, because it's right there. So, let's see, there are Klingons to the east and Klingons to the west. And here I am, stuck in the middle with you. So let's set warp factor to 5, so we get this done a little bit quicker. Holds up. Navigation. Start. 7-8. I always just go for the middle of the sector because it's there to fire torpedoes from there. Yep, red alert. And there's a Romulan as well. That purple one is a scout ship, so probably a bird of prey. And oh look, there's a Class O planet up there as well. Start with some phasers. So 3-8, that's 7s. I normally start with 400 to each of them. Usually not enough. But the bird of prey I'll give 300. Temperature of the phaser banks up. Oh, I've just ignored the Romulans, oh well. Bird of prey escaped to 7-7. Right. Let me just do it again. I'll probably give them each 300 this time, it's probably enough. Yep, there we go. And give the Romulans 300 because why not? I overheated the phasers. Buggery. Alright. Get them repaired. That's 4, isn't it? Bother. Right. Give them some more phasers. Efficiency. Alright. Through them. Navigation, take us to 1-5 if you can do it without crashing us into a star. Yes. Shields down. Standard orbit. Nothing of interest. Oh well. Phasers. 500, I think. Phasers. 500 again. 400 this time. Or 499, okay. 400. Trying not to overheat them anymore. There we go. Right. Energy is pretty critical. But shields up, warp 4. Go back. 7-7. And of course, everything will move about every time we return to the sector. I can't remember where anything was. There we go. Torpedoes. Just one of them will do this guy at 3-5. Kaboom! Oh! Alright, shields up again. Torpedoes, just one of them. At 7-5. Fire. Alright. Shields down. Rid of all those. Take us to 7-2. Oh, bugger off. Fire one torpedo at 4-3. Kaboom! And dock. Right. Shields up. Take us to 7-6. Whoa! A Klingon command ship. Quite sure what type of ship they're supposed to be, but they are what they are. Bird of prey out there. Torpedoes. Full 3 tubes. 6-8. 4-8. And for good measure, another one to 6-8, because it will take multiple torpedoes to kill him. That's even if they all go off. 7-5. They're warping out west. Alright, phasers. Give him 400. Really? He's only hitting me with 14 units at that distance. Shields absorbed it. Let's give him 100. Kaboom. Right, drop shields. Go 4-5. Standard orbit. Nothing of interest again. First of all, we have to go back to 5-4. Then we can use the warp drive. Shields up. 7-5. Hey dude, 31 units. Yeah, weapons get less effective with distance, so basically half the sector away. 400 will probably not be enough actually, so give him 700 and laugh at what it does to his shields. Right. Oh, excuse me. Nom nom nom. Right. So we found another starbase out west there. Gotta say this is weird, but I have 2 versions of the game screen up here. I have the version I'm looking at and the version you can behind it. So I guess I could just flying west, but I'm warp 5. Otherwise it'll take all month. 7454. Oh, and the warp core is failing. Fix the warp core. No. Take us up to 2-2 if you can. Go and dock with Starbase. Oh, everything fixed. Right. 7-3. Oh. Yeah, I do this sometimes. I forget to put in. Going west, go to 5-1. So there are no stars in the way. Right. Oh, so one Klingon ship there, shields up. Navigation, take us to 754. Red alert. Did I? Oh, I got it backwards. This also happens every now and then. Starbase in 5-4 and a planet in 3-1, both sent as distress signals. Have 3 days basically to respond to both, and the warp core is totally frailed. Okay. One. It's the earlier but 5-4 era. Oh dear. 3 days to get to 3-1 via 5-4. Alright. We're gonna have to risk warp 6 and hope dock with the starbase before we take any serious damage. So 5-4-5-4. We're off to 1. Someone remember that for me, because it'll probably get overwritten in a second. Here we are, we got pulled in. And we're right next to the station. Right, acknowledge 3. And acknowledge 2 actually. Dock. Again. Try and keep that one up. Right. Torpedoes. Fire. Go with all 3, so 2-4 for the commander. No. 2-2 is where I am. 1-2 for the D7 right next to us, and 2-4 again. Fire. We got them. Starbase shields are protecting us. 2 phasers this time. Right. And again. Oh, and they're failing. Great. Knowledge 2. Fire a torpedo at him. 5-8. Ugh. That happens. Shields throw it off slightly. Try dropping the shields. Have protection anyway. Torpedoes, just one of them at 5-8. Kaboom! There we go. Alright. We're fixing phasers. Dock to get more stuff. And then shields up just in case, and we're off to 3-1. Engage. Drop shields. Take us to 4-3. There we are. M-class planet. What do you think? Anyone have a preference? The shuttlecraft or the transporter? Hi Jace, I've just seen messages. My noise gate functioning right? It looks like it is. Okay, I think I prefer just using the transporter. Go. Found and evacuated. Go. First rescue mission of the day. Right. And there's a starbase in 3-2 that is under attack. So, shields up, red alert. Going to 3-2, 4-5. Play the middle. Engage. Oh! Commander, 2d7s. Supply ship. Oh, 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 oh. I do love those. Start with some torpedoes. 5-1, 2-7, and 5-1. Fire! Oh, I did it all wrong. 1-5, not 5-1. That could have ended very badly. Right. Torpedoes again. Same 3. That's at 2-5, not 5-2. 2-7. 5. Fire. Kaboom. I need to fix the shields. Fortunately for us, that supply ship has minimal defensive weaponry. Let's go 400. Oh, heck, that was the supply ship. If you get their shields down and cripple them but don't destroy them, they surrender and you get their supplies. I'm not taking any battle damage, just things are failing because maintenance is rubbish. Mr. Scott, what have you been up to? Why are you not maintaining my ship? Right, let's give him 300. More than enough. Shields down. Oh, before I do that, yeah, shields are being repaired. Go off to dock. 6. Yeah, say for 0.1 days to do that. Yeah, that was the right number. Got 0.1 days. Do a bit more than that while docked. But hey, what do I know? Only been playing the game for... wow. Easily 25 years. Okay, so off to subsector 1-4. And then 5 maybe, just to be easy on the engines. Sector 2-2. Engage. Alrighty. Let's get down to 6-2 now. And that'll almost complete our scan of the western side of the region. Oh dear. See what I mean about the maintenance on this ship? Ah. Isn't it? Yeah, 3 is life support. Don't bother delaying to make repairs. Shields up. Red alert. Navigation. 7-2 this time. 5-4. Engage. Phasers are failing. Fun. Alright. Torpedoes. 2 tubes. 8-2 and 8-2. Fire. I'll laugh if... yeah. I was gonna say I'll laugh if the first one does it. Right. So drop the shields. All of those. Let's get our asses to 5-4 again. But not at warp 5. To warp 7. Take us to 5-4, 5-4. Engage. Right. 5-5 would have done it. Dock. Oh. 6. Phasers. Yeah. Get some time up while we're docking. There we go. Investigate that planet. I mean, probably, but 5-1, so it's not in the way west. N. Standard orbit. Dilithium. Down in Nabbit. Fully mind. Yeah, it used to be like, not only did it say dilithium, but it was properly capitalized. Been a little bit rushed in alterations. I do feel it's kind of sad that someone in a suit felt their stranglehold on the money from Star Trek was threatened by someone asking for basically $2 to support this work. I mean, the guy probably makes a 2-digit number every year since it came out. And yeah, he probably still gets money from it. I know this, well, I don't know if it still is, but I know this game was available, what, 12 years ago when I downloaded this version. So it's probably still on somewhere. I actually have no idea if that's still his address though. But he probably has a social media page somewhere. Yeah, I might share the stream with him. Let's see. I get round that star to go north, so 3-5. Here we go. Warp 5, shields up, red alert. Navigation, take us to 3-3. Here we go. And the warp core's failing. We've still not taken any battle damage, it's just poor maintenance of the ship. Oh dear. Torpedoes. All 3 at different targets today. 3-2, 4-5, 8-8. Fire! And he's off to see the starbase. Full starbase of the west. Navigation. Let's chase him. Forget this torpedo rubbish. Phasers. 550. Kaboom! Shields and starbase at 6-7. Dock. There we go. 8. I think we're going to head off Sector 2-4. 6.5. Navigation. Off we go. 15.1 days is half a month. That took half a day. Alright. Down to warp 5 because travelling with the shield up costs double the energy. 1454, engage. Torpedoes, just one of them at 8-6. Fire. These guys never run away or advance. They're fine. Eric enemies. So 200 should finish them. Nope. Now 100 will do it though. There we go. Right. Go to this planet. Standard orbit. Nothing. Oh. Lithium. Down and nab it. One thing I love about the lower difficulty levels, you get to the higher ones, roughly half the time, well, on level 4 it's pretty much a coin toss whether you'll actually successfully get what you went down for or your landing party will be attacked and there are casualties. And on level 5 you really, really have to be lucky. But I have found, I don't know if it's accurate, but it seems that the longer you spend in a sector before you actually go to the planet, the more likely it is your landing party will be attacked. Could be completely wrong. No idea. Go to warp 6.5 again. Warp 6 actually. And far east of 5. Just hop across the boundary. Warp speed. Right. Oh, the phasers are failing, isn't that lovely? Yeah, not bother. I typed in 5-4 instead of 5-8. That's why I'm in the middle of the sector. They are a bit low, actually, so... Yes, let's stay here for 0.2 days. 0.1. Hopefully the rest of the repairs will be done en route at warp 5. Shield up. Navigation. Takes to 2654. Engage. Red alert. Oh dear. Plasma bolt, that is our cue to run away. Do a quick scan down there, so 3-7. Engage. Jammed. See, there's 16 Klingons left. That means there are 3 unaccounted for in those 6 sectors. Drop the shields. Oh, a black hole in 1-3. Let's avoid that very carefully. Best case scenario, we'd finally come out of super warp somewhere else in the galaxy. Random. Worst case scenario, the ship would be destroyed. So, standard orbit. Or dilithium. Let's beam down and have it. Oh, there we go. 4 casualties. 4 people in red shirts killed. Oh dear. Acknowledge that, and shields up, acknowledge that. Navigation, let's go back to 654. Hopefully avoid the black hole. Engage. Oh, buggery. 3-8. And fly ship over there. Phasers, such as they are. 6-4, that's the commander. 400 just now. 2-2 gets 50. And 400. Torpedoes. 2 of them at 5-3. Rid of this command ship. Fire! Else is like, oh dear. Right. Scan. Yeah, I love that feature. So the supply ship shields are at 50%. Just already fired at it. Battleship 20%. Let's go with 40. Be on the safe side. And 200. Totally enough. And they surrender, yes! No supplies? That sucks. Alright. Get on up at warp 5. 2-8. So we're basically there. Engage. Got my chocolate raisins here. Oh. Ah. Just a bird of prey. Phasers. Here's 550. Fire. Energy is looking a bit low, but not low enough to risk using an unstable raw dilithium crystal. Let's go for warp 7 actually. 6-3. Oh, heck off! Warp 6-1, but not while we sit about. Acknowledge all those. Navigation. Back down to where we started. So, that's basically all the power we had. You look at. So yeah, it goes up to something like 2,500. Power is at 7%. Impulse engines go to 500, and I think. Fairly sure it's. Can't be 2,500. So rarely need to bother with that because I just constantly ferry back to starbases all the time. Let's see. 5-7. Dock. Here we go. Right. Warp 6. And go to 6-7. Scanning. So we know what's everywhere. There we go. 12 left. Have 10 up there and 2 visible there, which means question mark sector has no hostiles. Right. East or west? Where would you go for? Yeah, starting the east. Oh. Shields up, red alert, down to warp 5, because right, running out of energy. And starting the east and doing an anti-clockwise circuit. Navigation. 5854, engage. Woohoo! Lasers, I think. Give him 300 for now. And 300. There. And another 300. Nope. 100 this time. There we go. And another 300 for him. Again, yeah, his shields are at 40%. So basically every 300 is 60%. No, it's 30%. So that means 400 should just about finish him. Say just about. Shields are still at 10%. Block phasers again. Give him 120 for good measure. Boom. Alright. Oh, the bloody warp core. Yeah, let's stay here for half a day. Right, drop shields. Have to navigate around these stars. 5, no, 3, 4. Right. We'll go across to 5, 7, 3, 1. Navigation. 5, 7, 3, 1. Stick to warp 5 so we can generate some power along the way. Hopefully. Alright. Doing with that. 63%. So shields are indeed up to 2,500, but power goes quite higher. Shields up. Red alert. Well, the red alert will come on its own. There's no command for it. 5, 6, 5, 4. Engage. He managed 29 units of power. I think I can spare a torpedo for this guy. What do you think? Oh, that's a mistake that happens sometimes. Tried to fire 26 torpedoes. Alright. Fire. All done. Drop shields, and let's stick to warp 5. Navigation, take us to 6, 4. Gauge. See, it goes up a bit. Yep. Our reserves have gone up slightly. So, shields up. Navigation. 2654. Red alert. Engage. Oh, and we're pulled in because we were going too slowly. This happens especially in the higher difficulty levels. Gotta fix the torpedoes. Again, it's maintenance, not battle damage. Right. So we're starting with the commander. Let's give these guys 400 each, apart from the fly ship, which can get 50. There. Right. Supply ship's right next to us, but its weapons are very clearly down. Commander has made a fatal mistake. Because at that range, I'm confident enough to use a torpedo. Oh, 8, 3, there it goes. Fire! He's no longer quite so confident. He doesn't advance anymore. 10 Klingons, 7 torpedoes. Screw it. One more. 3. Fire. That distance. Again, more hits from flyship directly beside us than from the heavily armed D7 at the opposite end of the sector. Give him 30 this time, more than he gave us. And give that guy another 400. Fire! Hey, they surrender! Plasma bolt and a shield against plasma bolts, and basically spare life support. 14 is all he's got now. Alright. Let's move up next to him. Gauge. Torpedoes, just one of them at 1-1. Fire. Tempted to... No, we didn't get Klingon dilithium, that's a pity. I don't want to have to fly all the way back down to the starbase. Right. 6 torpedoes. Yes. Stay here for half a day and see what happens. Okay. But let's transfer out most of the... Oh. See what I mean? I hardly ever actually... It's this menu. Yes. Impulse drive. Stick it in main power. 400. Drop shields. We're gonna impulse our way over 1-8. Gauge. Doing... Oh, that used basically all of our impulse power. Might as well divert out that extra 0.7. Impulse drive is drained of power. Right. Warp 3. Shields up, Captain. Navigation. Get our asses to 1754. Engage. Oh, and the warp core is failing. Typical. Alright. 5 torpedoes for 7 Klingons. Just send 2 to the commander and be done with it for now. Fire. Transporter damaged. I think we're gonna have to go to the starbase one more time. Oh dear. It really sucks because you're actually scored partly on how many days it takes you, starting at 3,500. You're scored on basically how many days it takes you to do this. So, power like that, fire all the torpedoes at 1-3, 1-3, and 3-8. Try and get lucky on one of those. No, I'm sending none at the bird of prey. I know one torpedo will destroy him at that range. But it did destroy him. Right. Stay at warp 3, but I'm going to drop the shields and navigation. Hope for the best. Hope there are no more long-range tractor beams. Take us back to the starbase. No, 57754. Engage. Watch the power be basically gone when we get here. Oh. Go. Warp core's repaired. Alright, take us to 65 if we have the power for... No, the impulse drive's still totally drained. Okay. Yes, from 1 to 2, 100 should do us. Navigation. 65. And dock. Oh. Bloody warp core again. Dock. Right. Knowledge everything. Warp 5. 2754. Engage. And again. Does 4. 5. Oh no! The whole time there's been no battle damage. It's just one malfunction after another. Half a day. That did it. Everything's fully repaired. Go warp 5 again. Shields up. Take us back to 1754. Engage. Hopefully we can do it all. Ah. Torpedoes. Nine torpedoes for 5 Klingons. Put 2 of them into bird of prey so he doesn't run away. The last one into 8-2. Fire. Oh. Phasers. Give him 300. Woo! There we go. And I've got 2 torpedoes for every remaining Klingon. No one has to share. 1854. Engage. There we go. Oh. Right. Let's start with some torpedoes. Pair of them at 1-6. Fire! Kaboom! Bloody warp core. 64%. Right. Phasers. 7-8. Have 100. 6-6 can have 50. And I want the points for the Romulans, that's why I'm saving Klingons for last, so 400 for the Romulans. Right. So 7-8. Give him another 100. Gets 10. And he gets 400. Right, check their shields. There we go. Fly ship. 50%. 7's still at 60%. The Romulans are down to 30% though, so we'll give them 400 again in their post. Ship another 50. 7 can get another 100. Phasers. 7 gets 100. Flyship gets 50. And the Romulans get 400. Fire. Right. Flyship go first so that I actually get render points. So he gets another 100. And he gets another 25. There we go. Oh, life support supplies. And the warp core is still failing. Not damaged, failing. Oh dear. 300 should do him at this point. There we go. This is music of my childhood, basically. 37 days. We got two rescues. 30 standard ships. A fairly average score. I've probably beaten it on this level if I remember rightly. And of course we lose a point for every casualty on the ship, which was only that landing party. It's sad that I used to be able to hum this. There we go. So yeah, I beat that score a long time ago. Because I've had this version for probably 15 years, I think. At least 12, probably more. I've basically had enough time to... I mean, there might be people out there with better scores than me. If anyone else still plays the game, I imagine a couple of people do. But yeah, I've pulled a lot out of it. That's an hour and 5 minutes of stream. I think we could try Commodore level. Skip the briefing this time. No save games. My name is the same as it always is. Level 4. There we go. Oh! Long range scanners are being jammed. Alright, take us up to 1-1. Just in case, I'll put the shields up and take warp 7. Going north to 4-4. Engage. Yep, 2 Klingon ships there. And we've... Oh, there we go. A spy has been captured aboard the Enterprise, but he damaged the short-range scanner. And the long-range scanner was actually damaged by weapons fire. And a Klingon appeared at 1-7. So fix, let's go for 8, which is short-range sensors. I hope we don't lose the computer. I really hate when that happens because you lose a lot of your chart that you've built up. So 6-5, 6-6, and 1-7. Commander's at 6-5. So let's give him some torpedoes as by way of greeting. 2 torpedoes at 6-5. Fire. Woo! Right. So switch to phasers now. Give him 550. That far, so that's probably overkill, but yeah, I want to make sure I get him. Kaboom! And to avoid overheating, just give him 300. Then there's 33 back. Phasers, another 300. Fire! Right. Drop shields. Take us to 6-3, I think. Judging by that view screen angle. There we go. I'm good at that sometimes. Basically, I know that 180, well, 0 is to the right, and then it goes clockwise, so 180 is to the left. That star was 1 to the left. See the starbase just beyond it on the left-hand side. Oh. Let's make some repairs to the scanner. Half a day should do that. Oh yeah. Range scanner, but I'm not going to hang about. Warp 5. Shields up. Navigation. Take us to 4554. Engage. Oh, there's a base. Right. Do some phasers. So 1-7, that's the D7. Gets 300. 300. And again. 300. 300. 7. Oh, and we have another one. So 1-7 gets 100 this time. Yeah, there we go. 1-2 gets 300. And this guy gets 300. Please cool off a bit. Oh dear. Torpedo time. Give it just 2 for the moment at 4-4 and 3-7. Fire. Failed to detonate. Torpedoes again. Oh dear. 3 of them. Right, so 4-4. 1-7 and 1-2. Fire. Right, lock phasers and fire. Gets another 300. 4-4 gets 200. Haha! And 1-7 can get 200 because he's at a torpedo as well. Nope, not enough. Scan. Right. 2 on the left still exist. Base is at 20% after all that, and the D7's shields are down. Right. Lock phasers and fire. Another 200. And a 50 for him. Aha, here we go. Scan. Doing 10% after all that, so give him 175. Fire. Quite enough. I'll totally do him now. There we go. Right. Drop shields. Going back to 4-4. Gauge. Take us down to 7-4. Dock. 7-6 is under attack. Oh. Do warp 7. Shields down. Going to 7-6-5. We can scan it from the warp 7. 6-5-5-4. We know 5 is clear. Engage. There we go. Right. Warp 5. Shields up. Navigation. Take us to 7-6-5-4. I love when the numeric patterns come in. Engage. Woo! This is a party and a half, ain't it? Shields are actually just failing. Right, torpedoes. All 3. So 5-3, 4-3, and 5-3. Fire. Captain of this last D7 here should be shitting himself. Alright. Block phasers. Give him 400. He's in back 44. Give him 300 this time. Fire. Right, drop what's left of the shields. Take us to 4-6. And now 4-7. The list of the planets there. On page 1 of it anyway. Dock. While we're docked, have some starbase repair crews. 0.2 days. There we go. Alright. So before I engage those Klingons to the north, fly east 7 and basically scan those last 3 over there. Engage. There we are. So, start with those guys and then head back to the west. Or start with that guy rather. Shields up. Let's get going to 7-8-5-4. Gauge. Oh. Supernova and 5-8. So that's going to turn into 3 gold 9s. Can't go into 5-8 anymore. No Klingons destroyed. Better score for me. Alright. Block phasers. Give everyone 300 the first time round. And the warp core's failing. 300 again. No, 200 this time. There we go. 300 for him though. Scan. 600 has taken him down to 60%. So give him a 400 blast this time. Would that do? 30%. Huh. Just 300 now. Don't want to overheat those phasers. Again. There we go. Drop shields. Acknowledge everything. Takes up to 3-1 impulse power. Right. 2, 6, 7, 5, 1. Oh, is it warp 4 actually? 6, 7, 5, 1. Gauge. Rest signal from 8, 1. Oh, I hate when that happens. Alright. This is where I have to basically roll the dice a bit. Warp 6. 5.8. Hopefully generate some power en route. We're going to go to 7.2 and hope there are no Klingons there. Now, you know what? We're in warp 8 and we're going to dock at the starbase on the way. 7654. Gauge. Right. 17. No, 27. Can't get there. Oh, bloody hell. 4-4. Oh, what? Right. We need to get over to 27. Work. There we go. Dock. Knowledge 3. Right. Big A is an 8-7. So, southeast of here. Or that. Going to 7418. Oh, 81. 7481. Warp 8. Warp engines damaged by excessive speed. Ooh. Right. Warp 7. Navigation. Let's go for 8311. Gauge. And 7-3 has now sent out a distress signal, even more urgent than Vega 8, so we have to do that on our way back from 1. So 6. Builds up. Navigation, take us to 8154. Hope we get there in time. The energy left over. Well, we got there in time. Ho. Start by fixing the shields. Scan, see what damage the ship has caused. 7's at 40 and 60%. The Bird of Prey is at 60%. Commander is at 80%. Right. A couple of torpedoes, I think. Only one tube functional. Alright. Let's get rid of that Bird of Prey. 4-5. Fire. Oh. That's not good. Right. Now we have Klingons to deal with. 7-3, and then we're heading over to 8-7, which has no Klingons. Torpedoes again, only one tube functional, so that will be at 2-4. Not confident shooting round the star like that. They damaged the transporter. Right. Phasers. Shields are down. I'm gonna have to risk. No, you know what? We're out of here. Warp 5. Going to 7-3. Rescue's a failure. Basically out of power. Oh wow. We're in a spot of trouble here. Get us over to 5-2. Never gonna get to Vega 8 in time. And everyone shoots at us. And we're docking. Oh. No, we're not. Oh dear. Uh. I think we did alright. Show me another ship that can take on 15 Klingon ships in 8.6 days. 8.6? I don't know about that. Right, that's been 124 minutes. But I think I'm actually going to call it quits there. So, a rating like that, or you didn't, I guess. Let us know what you thought. And this will actually go up on YouTube as well. And I will see you all in the future.